Para sa panibagong taon ng kaalaman at inspirasyon, ang Layag Weekly Waves ay magbabalik para sa ikalawang yugto. Sama-sama nating pagnilayan ang mga kwento ng tagumpay, hamon at pagbabago na nagbubuklod sa ating komunidad. Abangan ang mas makabuluhang talakayan at mas makulay na paglalayag.
Magandang araw mga suking tagapanood. Muli, inihahandog ng DILG Local Governance Regional Resource Center 9 ang Layag Weekly Waves. Ang Layag Weekly Waves ay isang lingguhang recap ng mga balita, aktibidad at programa ng kagawaran na naglalayong magbigay ng mahalagang impormasyon at inspirasyon para sa ating mga pamayanan. Ngayong ikalawang yugto ay mas pinaganda at mas pinaigting ang ating layunin na maging kaagapay ninyo sa paglalayag tungo sa kaunlaran. Ako po inyong lingkod, 𝗏𝗏𝗪𝗏 𝗪𝗏𝗪, Job Order mula sa Finance and Administrative Division. Samahan niyo po ako sa ating recap ng mga kaganapan ngayong linggo. At para simulan ang ating paglalayag, narito ang recap ng mga aktibidad na isinagawa ng kagawaran sa nakaraang linggo.
RD Paisal Abutazil attends the 187th RDC9 meeting at Grand Astoria Hotel, Zamboanga City, last June 5, 2025. Regional Director Paisal O. Abutazil, as Chair of the Development Administration Committee, highlighted key governance and anti-poverty initiatives, including the CapDev profile and support for EO number 82 during the 187th RDC9 meeting on June 5, 2025, reinforcing his call for strengthened LGU capacities and inclusive regional development. DILG IX, 𝗟𝘆𝗴 forge ahead with preparations for 2025 Capacity Development Exposition. Regional Director Paisal O. Abutazil led DILG IX's coordination meeting with 𝗟𝘆𝗴 on June 4, 2025. To firm up plans for the 2025 Capacity Development Exposition, an August event set to showcase local governance innovations and foster stronger academe-LGU collaboration across Region 9. DILG IX levels up, building a digitally ready workforce for smarter governance. DILG Region 9, through the LGRRC 9, successfully conducted a two-day advanced Digital Literacy and eGov.ph orientation workshop on June 4 to 5, 2025, empowering selected personnel with practical skills in Canva, Google Workspace, and digital governance to strengthen public service delivery. RPOC 9 TWG crafts resolution empowering barangays to monitor foreign nationals. On June 2, 2025, the RPOC TWG convened via Zoom to draft a resolution institutionalizing barangay-level monitoring of foreign nationals to enhance security, ensure lawful presence, and uphold their rights in alignment with national policies. Coordination meeting on the development of training modules for the capability development of 𝗏 On June 3, 2025, the DILG IX Local Government Capability Development Division held a coordination meeting at the DILG IX Conference Hall in Pagadian City, in collaboration with key agencies and stakeholders to develop a training module that will enhance the leadership, technical, and institutional capacities of city and municipal 𝗟ROs in the Zamboanga Peninsula. DILG IX conducts documentation of BDP success stories in Zamboanga del Sur municipalities. From June 3 to 5, 2025, DILG IX, through its Project Development and Management Unit, conducted field documentation of Barangay Development Program or BDP success stories in Dimataling, San Miguel, and Tigbao, Zamboanga del Sur, capturing community testimonies and project milestones to support the upcoming 2025 SONA and National Budget deliberations.
Ngayon naman, ating silipin ang mga aktibidad mula sa iba't ibang bahagi ng rehiyon. Segment na News from the Field.
Yes, this is J.R. Castillo, wishing you a happy Isabela live from the happy city of Isabela. Be with me as I present to you the DILG Isabela City activities for this week.
For this week's Layag report, CLGOO 𝗟𝘆𝗴 𝗪𝗃𝗪 had a meeting with City Administrator Peter Isma discussing multifarious local governance issues such as local transition team and report submission, city-level road clearing, ferry boat issues, and barangay-based issues among others. LGOO 6 𝗟𝘅 𝗪𝗲𝗎, GAD focal person, represented DILG Isabela City in the second quarter meeting for Gender and Development Focal Point System held at Sakayan City Hall last June 2, 2025. And finally, CLGOO 𝗟𝘆𝗴 and LGOO 3 𝐴YLA Pagayonan attended a coordination meeting with DILG IX and City Government of Isabela to discuss matters in preparation for the upcoming Dagyao Town Hall Meeting 2025 scheduled on August and the localization of the Open Government Partnership.
Hi, this is 𝗟𝘆𝗴 𝗪𝗃𝗪𝗏, support staff of DILG Zamboanga Sibugay, giving you the highlights for this week's Layag Waves, all the way from Zamboanga Sibugay.
On May 31, 2025, DILG Zamboanga Sibugay participated in the Kalinisan Barangay Showcase Week 21 in Barangay Poblacion Titay, highlighting community-led clean-up efforts under the Kalinisan sa Bagong Pilipinas campaign. On June 2, 2025, DILG Diplahan joined the second MDRRMC meeting in Diplahan, Zamboanga Sibugay to support the push for a uniform barangay ambulance policy and discuss updates on MPAC's protocols, Gawad Kalasag, and local disaster preparedness. On June 3, 2025, DILG Zamboanga Sibugay LGRRC, in partnership with the Zamboanga Sibugay Cluster, conducted the third KX engagement titled Strengthening Community Defense and Orientation on MPACs for LGUs, aiming to combat misinformation and raise awareness on MPACs prevention among local officials and communities.
Again, this is 𝗟𝘆𝗴 𝗪𝗃𝗪𝗏. See you guys next week.
Mayong adlaw mga kalayag! Welcome to another episode of Layag Weekly Waves, your weekly rundown of updates and accomplishments from DILG Zamboanga del Norte. This is Charity Sereno bringing you this week's highlight from the front line of public service.
As part of its ongoing internal efficiency efforts, DILG Zamboanga del Norte Cluster 1, led by Cluster Head Annabella Hatico, held its cluster meeting in Labason on May 26, 2025. Joined by the provincial technical staff, the meeting also served as a send-off for one of the province's pillars in promoting transparency and accountability, MLGOO Conrod Capitania of 𝗟R𝘆𝗴. DILG Zamboanga del Norte Provincial Director Oliver Biombus urged barangay leaders to lead with legacy and competence during the training on the formulation of the Barangay Capacity Development Agenda for the Pitan City's barangay local government units, held in two batches on June 2 to 4 and June 5 to 7, 2025 at Manuel's Resort, Piñan. He challenged officials to become true architects of their communities. LGO 6 Vincent Roy Eustaquio, CLGOO of the Pitan City, presented the activities rationale, stressing the continued need for capacity building among barangay officials. LGO 2 Faye Edsa Marie C. Orga served as a resource person, highlighting the retooling of the Barangay Development Agenda, the roles of BDCs and sectoral committees, and updates on JMC 2034-01, particularly the institutionalization of GAD mechanisms and training for GAD focal point system members. The workshop was a key step in equipping barangay leaders to plan strategically, address sectoral needs, and champion gender-responsive local development. DILG Zamboanga del Norte Cluster 2 Head Junifer Pakibot represented MLGOO's Lourdes Teresa Cinco Ducal and Saidi Ahmad during the Retold Community Support Program of LGU's Liloy and Labason on June 4, 2025. Held in coordination with the People's Council, the activity aimed to capture best practices in transparency, accountability, and participation, targeting 2024 SGLG passer LGUs. On June 5, 2025, DILG Zamboanga del Norte through Cluster 1 Head Anabelia Hatiko, MLGOO Chandil Ramani Obut, and LGO 3 Charity Sereno facilitated the local government transition orientation for the municipality of Cheyenne. The orientation was attended by the local government transition team composed of the local chief executive, department heads, and representatives from national government agencies. It aimed to provide clear guidance for a smooth and orderly transition of local leadership. Emphasis was placed on the key provisions of DILG Memorandum Circular 2025-016, particularly the roles and responsibilities of the team, the preparation of transition documents, and the assurance of governance continuity.
There we have it for this week's Paglayag sa DILG Zamboanga del Norte. Once again, this is Charity Sereno, and this is News from the Field.
Maayong adlaw kaninyong tanan. Ako di ay si Arlene C. Tubog, ang inyong ubos nga alagad gikan sa DILG Zamboanga del Sur Provincial Office. Karon atong tan-awon og paminawon ang mga kalihukan sa atong field offices for this week. Sabay-sabay po nating saksihan ang mga kaganapan at bigyang pugay ang ating mga kasamahan na nagsusumikap sa kani-kanilang mga lugar.
LGRRC Cherry May 𝐻EY attended the Provincial Council for the Protection of Children or PCPC and Provincial Council for Anti-Trafficking Violence Against Women and Children or PCAT-VALC on June 4, 2025. On June 6, 2025, the DILG Zamboanga del Sur Provincial Office personnel, led by Cluster Head 1, 𝗟𝘆𝗴 𝗪𝗃𝗪𝗏 and MLGO Ethel M. Trabanes, collaborated with Punong Barangay, barangay officials, and residents of Barangay San Pablo de Minon, participated in weekly barangay showcase for Kalinisan. MLGO by Eileen Zainal attended the Second Quarter Municipal Development Council or MDC meeting on June 3, 2025. The DILG Lakewood Field Office conducted a Seal of Good Local Governance for Barangay or SGLGB orientation on June 4, 2025. The DILG Demataling Field Office joins the 2024 LGSF SBDP project documentation together with the PDMU engineers on June 3, 2025.
At yun ang mga kaganapan sa linggong ito. For more updates and information, please visit and follow our Facebook page, DILG Zamboanga del Sur. Daghang salamat ug padayon sa serbisyo. #𝐿GRRC.
Buenos dias. Welcome to the LG Layag Weekly Waves. Here are the updates on the latest news, programs, and initiatives from the LG. Let's move forward together.
On June 2, 2025, LGOO 6 Anang Lia I. Sahi and Administrative Aide 6 Achilles P. Iglesias attended the online special Quality Management Audit of SLEC Processes and Procedures. As a mechanism to assist barangays improve their operations, City Director Gina Jean S. Banyo-Uy and other DILG personnel continuously provided technical assistance to walk-in barangay officials and residents in general. In compliance with the DILG Memorandum Circular 2025-016 dated March 3, 2025, the transition teams of the outgoing and incoming administrations jointly convened on Tuesday, June 3, 2025. On June 4, 2025, LGOO 3 Isidro Silio Jr. attended the Outstanding Filipino Awards conceived by the JCI Senate Philippines. The DILG is identified as one of its search partners in identifying potential nominees.
And that's it for this week Layag Weekly Waves. I'm Lenny Badillas from the LG Zamboanga City. See you next week.
At yan po ang mga balitang hatid namin ngayong linggo. Muli, manatiling nakatutok, makilahok at makialam. Samahan kami muli sa susunod na linggo para sa mga kwento at balitang mahalaga sa inyo. Ako po si 𝗟𝗏𝗪𝗏 𝗪𝗃𝗏𝗧, nag-iiwan ng paalala na magkaisa tayo sa paglalayag tungo sa mas maunlad na bukas. Ito ang Layag Weekly Waves, ang inyong kaagapay sa kaalaman at pagbabago. Padayon sa paglayag, Rehiyon 9.